What's going on, everybody? SJ Collectibles back with another unboxing and figure review video. In today's video, we'll be going over the SH Monsterarts Mechagodzilla from the Godzilla vs. Kong 2001 movie. I got this at a local collector's shop. It's a really cool store called Hobbies Galore here in Columbus, Ohio. It's really kind of one of those hidden gem places, and he moved into a bigger building, so it's got pretty much anything you can think of in there, and the prices are pretty good too. Paid about $150 for this. I don't know if that's a steal or if that's average price. This is my very first SH Monsterarts figure that I will be adding to my collection. My grail is definitely a Heisei Mechagodzilla. That's my personal favorite design. So maybe one day I'll get that, or maybe I'll get the new one coming out here soon with the Rodan. But has a really cool image on the front of the box, with the very Terminator looking Mechagodzilla design from this movie, which, I mean, is not my favorite design. Like I said, I like the Heisei and the Showa, but it is a really cool, intimidating design. Side of the box, just the same labeling. You got a picture of the figure, and on the back you've got multiple poses. Really cool figure, and it's really cool out of the box. So we're going to take the time real quick, and we are going to get him out, and we're going to look him over. So he is out of the box, and first impressions are, I really like this figure. Being my first SH Figuarts figure, I'm very impressed with what the figure feels like, the overall weight, and it's just a really amazing looking figure. So first off, we can look at his face, and he's got these really cool red eyes. He's got jaw articulation. So, can open all the way up about there. Would have been cool if he came with an atomic breath effect, but, he didn't, so I guess that's all right. The only thing he came with was extra hands. So, yeah, he's got his arm, shoulder articulation, an elbow. Fingers do not have a joint in them. The fingers come off, I'm assuming, so you can mix and match if you want to, but yeah, it can do a 360 rotation on the fingers. He's got this butterfly pivot on his shoulder, and then this also can pivot as well. He's got neck articulation, all around the neck and looking up and down really well, range of motion. Same thing goes for this arm. On his waist, all of these pistons move in and out. I mean, obviously he'll reach a point where you cannot go anymore, and you could break the figure, but for the most part, so the full range of motion is about like that with him. But, I mean, you don't need to be doing any crazy, I gotta do the splits, some crazy motion that a Godzilla wouldn't do. He's got knee articulation. And again, these pistons will move in and out all the way, and he reaches about that point, and he can't go any further. The feet are die cast, so when you sit him down, he's got he just sits there. It's not like he's going to go and topple off your shelf unless you got a cat like I do. But my cats aren't curious, so they leave my stuff alone. As you can see, I'm in my figure room. But yeah, I don't feel like he will go toppling off the table, because look, even when I tip him forward, he's one to fall backwards. So really cool having the die cast feet. And again, they have a pivot in them as well, so you can do some really cool poses with them. These have rotation in them too on the hips. And the cool thing about this tail is every single one of these things, every joint is its own joint. It's full fluid motion on this tail. It'd be really cool if they did like the thing in the movie where flips out and spins. Fortunately, they did not do that, and there's no like extra attachment for it. But yeah, it's still really, really cool. I love the spine design. It's not like that cheap one where like the whole thing was this red spine all the way down, which I did some repaints and made it look halfway decent. And I personally like that figure for the $6 or $8 that it was going for at Walmart. But overall, this is just an amazing figure. Especially being my first SH figure arts, and I'm a huge Mechagodzilla fan. Got a pretty big collection of like the smaller. I collect like the gachapons, so I got every one of those ever made. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. But yeah, my impressions is that this is a really amazing figure, a must-have for any Mechagodzilla or Godzilla fan in general, or if you really like the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. He's just a really cool design. He's got like that Terminator exoskeleton look to his face. Yeah, the more and more I see this design, I really do like this design, and it's really cool. And the only other comparison I can put him next to is this imported Ready Player One Mechagodzilla. It's more of like a bootleg figure, kind of a bootleg, because it was never really an official figure. I've heard some interesting stories from people that it was a scrapped NECA mold, but yeah, you can see he's the same height as this figure, and this figure is like full PVC, so he's super heavy, and you know, he's whatever, ABS plastics and stuff. So he's got some fragile pieces on him. Like I wouldn't trust these pistons forever, especially if like a kid got a hold of it, which he's up on my high Godzilla shelf, so no one can get a hold of it. So yeah, but again, I truly love this figure. And oh yeah, and you can pop, yeah, like I said, these fingers can all be replaced, or you can, like I said, I have one of each hand. He's got the extra hands that you can replace them, mix and match however you want to do it. But he is an amazing figure. Highly recommend. So if you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tell me what you think in the comments section. And as always, toys keep you young. And this is SJ Collectibles. And as always, take it easy, guys. Until the next one.